Why not do? Not allowed. Forbid. A mother will say, I forbid you to go outside and play unless you finish your homework. Forbid.
มันได้หรือไม่ได้แล้วทำไม่ได้
อ๋อขอพี่เถอะห้าม
Forbid. I forbid you to
ขอไว้ขอพี่
drink another soda because it is bad for you. Forbid. Not allowed. Forbid. So these are some of the things. Some of the things that we have to think about.
I ever seen it at the Maldives Island. I see
The Maldives.
Yeah, I see the boat for pick up the trash on the
Yes.
sea.
Trash bin.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
It's very clean.
Yes, it
Pick
is.
up
See,
trash.
I think the Maldives like tourism very much. They like tourists to come there, so they want it clean. Good government.
Yeah.
Good government. We won't go into that.
It's small.
We got our problems.
And control.
It's small.
Good government.
Control that.
Good government.
What is wildlife?
What's that?
Wildlife.
Wildlife.
Yes.
Oh, wildlife, okay. Wildlife are animals that live out in nature.
Forest.
Eagles in the forest, in the deserts. Animals, tigers, elephants, giraffes. Wild. They're not like cows or horses. They're not domesticated. They're wild. Wild.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
มีความหมายของคำนี้
Without people. Without people. Like cows are not wildlife. Cows are domestic. Yeah, they live without monkeys, tigers, elephants, lions, yes, lions, wildlife, animals that live in nature without people. And so what happens when people come in and develop the land and make houses and make for wildlife? Bad. So wildlife animals that. So the opposite of that would be, I'll erase this soon. Domesticated animals. Domesticated animals. Domesticate means living with people. Domesticate, living. Chickens. Like chickens, cows, horses,
chickens, cows,
buffaloes. Yeah, they live with people.
tiger.
No. A tiger is still wild. If it's in a zoo, it's still wild. You couldn't go into the cage and pet it, it would eat you. It's still, even though we have zoos, you know the zoo,
Yes.
Yes.
and we capture animals, put them in cages, they're still wild. They'll never be used to people, like to pet them. And I mean, some trainers do it, but they're still wild animals. So wildlife, yeah, animals that live in nature without people. They're not domesticated. Domesticated animals that live with people, like chickens, houses, you can go up and you can pet a cow. Nice cow, nice cow. Lion, you couldn't go outside. unless they trained it, but that's still not a domesticated animal.
Chicken, cows,
Yeah,
Today,
chicken, cows,
a
horses.
new work, two new works. Use light and domesticate.
Domesticated and wild, opposite. They're opposite of each other.
New work in English today
The word is
for me.
good.
Just
That's
now.
good, that's good. Wildlife.
Listen.
The national parks, national parks have wildlife.
National attraction.
Yeah, our national parks have wildlife.
Teacher,
Yes.
I don't understand. This is the phrase and break
Come
down.
show me.
Is this great? Reserve.
Oh, disintegrate, okay, sure.
Break down.
Okay, disintegrate.
And
Okay.
break down.
It disappeared?
Yes,
Disappear.
I don't understand.
Oh, okay, we'll talk about it. Absolutely. Okay, erase this.
And these people are chickens, cows, well, pets. This
Can we make it a little cooler?
National.
You should go right
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Okay.
Now what?
All the time. I don't know where the fan is, somebody took the fan.
attraction.
Okay.
เขาร้อนหรือว่า
These
จะเอาชาเย็นลง
attraction.
ร้อนมันต้องใช้เยอะมาก
Nearby,
เพราะมันเปิด
Okay. Dissolve means disappear, dissolve, break down. If you put sugar, you know, sugar
Yes.
in water,
Yes.
the sugar dissolves, disappears.
ละลาย
ละลาย
หายไป
ที่ละลายที่สเปียร์
ให้ตัวอย่างแล้วทำการกับน้ำมันละลายแล้ว
หายไปเลยละลาย
เกลือก็ได้
และอะไรอีก
So,
ที่สเปียร์
อะไรที่มันละลายได้มันก็ละลาย
Disappears from what it was. So if you have sugar, this is sugar in a glass, and you pour water, you pour water in,
อ่า
what will happen to the sugar cube?
yes
เอาน้ำตาลใส่เข้าไปแล้วก็ละลายไปเนี่ยก็คือเขาเนี่ยประมาณเนี้ย
It disappears.
ตัวอย่าง
Disappears.
Simple.
disappear,
Dissolve.
disappear.
Says.
Yeah, from what it was, it dissolves, breaks down. Yeah, breaks down, same thing.
This was the great
หายไป
It breaks down.
Break down.
So plastic bags takes
50 years, 100 years still.
100 years, 200 years to break down, to become nothing.
Long
Dissolve, I
time.
think you could all say,
มันจะละลาย200 ปี
not easy to say, become nothing. Like it dissolved for the sugar in the water. What else can we say? Cream and coffee becomes different. And break down. 2 ways to use break down. Good morning. Okay. When a car breaks down, stops, we say it breaks down, needs to be fixed.
ก็เสีย
แล้วเสียงลง
break down
ไม่ให้ทุกคน
Oh, custom.
Yeah,
break down the pain break down
yeah, won't start. 2 ways to use.
the airplane break down
Also,
So when a car breaks down, you have a breakdown, it won't work.
no start
Won't work, won't start, breakdown for a car. Car stops, needs fixing. There was a breakdown in the bus and it took us 5 hours to get it fixed. Okay? Breakdown can also mean, see, English means a lot of different things.
Teacher,
Yes.
they are break
อ๋อ
up.
fixing
Break
ซ่อ
up.
ม
They
ซ่อม
are break up.
ตั้งนาน
They are break up. No.
No, no breakup.
Okay.
No breakup. Well, yes, there is a breakup, but I'll show you. Breakdown, dissolve. Breakdown, dissolve. Break, disappear. Breakdown, dissolve. Break down into something else. Then you have breakdown into something else. The sugar broke down into
Break them.
water, yeah.
From
And then this is another one. This is another. It depends how you use it in a sentence. Three different ways you can use breakdown. He had a nervous, yes, breakdown. He had a nervous breakdown and lost his mind and could not think. Breakdown. Breakdown. So there's three ways to use that word. English is difficult.
yeah difficult
It's not, it depends how you use a word. If you said the bus may break down and we can't get to the airport, is different than if we say he had a nervous breakdown and lost his mind. You have to figure out how it's being used.
You lost your mind, you have to charge battery.
Yeah, in a way, your mind is a battery. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. So it's how you use words that can really constant study. And it's constant study for people who know English. You're always learning new things.
Yeah, not exactly the meaning, not exactly. If you have to understand sentence.
Exactly. The meaning depends upon how you use it. Just like I think in your language, the different sounds mean different things. You have sounds, we have words. Make sense?
Yeah, but the meaning is not far. Not the same English is different. The Thai will understand now. The sound the same but different.
Yeah.
remember
That's why when you start very early, it's so much easier. You started. So it depends how you use a word for the meaning.
Difficult for us for that.
For English people too. For English speaking people, it's hard. Absolutely hard. It's hard. Not everybody that speaks English knows English, even though they know little words. Like, this is a big problem. I can only speak about the States, but you have children that are very poor, very poor. The parents, drugs, alcohol, drink, they don't take care of their children. So when they send them to school and they have to learn languages, they don't know those. Like, I don't want to say it, but the black children are not taught by their parents in poor neighborhood vocabulary. So they don't know words. When they come to school, words that you're learning, they don't know. Simple word, yes. And sometimes all they learn is very simple words. So when they get into school and it gets harder, they don't know. So you have to teach them. And it's not fair because then they have to take tests with words that they don't know, and then they get a bad grade, and it makes them look stupid when they're not stupid. They just were never taught. You know? It's not a word that's easy for people if they don't come from. Okay, so,
ตอนนี้ในคำพูด
you know, it's not, it's not as easy, life is not as easy as you think it is. It's always work, always work. You always work. You're always working. Okay. Shall we talk about something today? What would you like to do? Talk about something? What would you like to do? What would you like to do today?
Michelle.
I would like to talk.
You'd like to talk? Good. Good for you. Come to our class.
Subject.
Come to our class.
ต่อไป
I don't know.
No, we're going to start tonight. I just,
ไป
ไม่รู้พูดอะไร
กลับบ้านที่แล้ว
Your country.
อ่า
I want to know your country.
อ่ากลับบ้าน
I want to know why you
where are you from?
Cambodia.
From where?
Cambodia.
Oh, tell us about Cambodia.
Yeah, I want to know.
We heard about Cambodia.
Yeah, we love Cambodia.
You can sit down. You don't have to get up if you want. Where you came from? What was school like when you were a kid? That's always interests me.
อยากรู้ว่ายืนถึงนักเรียนทำไม
อะไรครับ
เรียนเครื่องเรียน
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Janta. I'm come from Cambodia. I stay in Thailand about 6 years.
Ooh, 6 years. Years.
Now I study at university, first year.
First year.
Sophomore is a freshman for the first year student. Freshman or sophomore, senior, junior,
Fresh.
right?
Freshman. Freshman. First year is freshman.
So fresh.
I just come back my country.
Oh, you visited your country, you just came back.
Yes.
Do you have some souvenir
I don't know what.
No, you tell us, what did you do when you were in
What did
Cambodia?
you do?
Your village.
I go to visit my.
I went.
I went to visit my parents.
Very parents?
Yes, and my family.
Very nice.
Yes. I feel very happy when I saw my mother, my father.
Of course.
If I have enough time, I will go a long time.
To spend more time with them.
Spend more time, yeah.
Spend more time,
Yes,
yes.
spend more time.
Spend more time. Did you have a big party? A lot of people come to see you?
Yes, every
Relative.
every my relative.
Relative.
Yes,
Every relative
come to
came?
yes came to meet
100.
came to meet
Oh, the
all family.
Very nice, yeah, very nice.
Because we have mixed marriage.
You have mixed marriage?
Yes, mixed marriage.
แมรี่ ไม่เคย
Yes, mixed marriage. Mixed marriage.
แม็กแมรี่
Get married.
ทำบุญนะ
นับเป็นแมรี่
Mary, look at this. Mary, the name offer. งงอยู่ Mary.
You went to a marriage ceremony?
Yeah.
Married.
Donate something.
You got married?
No.
M-A-R-I-T.
Oh, merit.
Marriage. That's it.
How did you make merit?
Not all people in my family.
Yeah.
Yes.
Made for you.
For mom and me.
Maybe you invite mom to your home and then your family donate offer money something to mom and to you. Right?
Very nice, very nice.
Okay, understand.
I have some
Your
question
village.
How was the weather like in Cambodia now อากาศเป็นยังไงตอนนี้
Oh, National is
Cool.
cool, yes. The same in Thai.
In Bangkok, you mean stay in Bangkok?
Living in Bangkok.
Dancing.
Where do you live in Cambodia? What province?
Yes, exactly, good, yeah, good questions.
Yes.
I live Kampong Cham province.
Kampong Cham.
Can you show us on the map?
Kampong Cham.
Cambodia is right in the south or in the north?
The first day I went to Phnom Penh.
Phnom Penh, yeah, that's where you want to go.
Which part of?
Are you from Phnom Penh?
No,
Kampong Cham is near Phnom Penh.
You flew.
yes, I go to sleep. I go to sleep Phnom Penh.
Where?
I went.
Yes, I went to sleep Phnom Penh. Then I go back my
Hometown.
Countryside.
Hometown.
my province. I was born.
Where you were born?
Yes,
Hometown is hometown.
Your hometown, your province would be your hometown,
yes.
your home where you were. Is it in a village? Is it in, or a big city?
Not big city.
Village.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very
What
nice.
is it?
Village.
Farmer village.
Village.
Farmer
Farmer
village.
village.
Yes.
It's a farming village?
Yes.
What do they do in the village? What farming do they do? What do they grow?
We
Grow.
we have a cow.
Oh, we have a
Yes,
cow,
we have a
wow.
cow, and we do right. What
You
say?
grow rice?
Grow rice.
Yeah, very nice. And you grow rice?
Yes.
Yes, very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Good morning, good morning. And you grow rice?
Yes.
Have you ever worked in the rice fields to come down and
Yes.
harvest rice?
ถ้าเคยทำไหมนะ
อะไร
เค
นะ
ยทำนานไหม
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're no good. They're no good. You have worked in the rice. That's hard work, I guess.
ทอดไม่ได้ทอดเลย
It's
อัน
not.
นี้สำคัญนะอิชิ
Tell us one other, oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Why you not bring something for us?
Why did you not bring us up?
rice example rice
Wing rice.
From my team.
They're being selfish.
Why not?
Because I have short time.
You have a short time, yeah. You were there for a short time.
เพราะอ่านข้าว
Good excuse. Good politician. Good politician. Thank you, that was nice. Good. Good, nice job. Very nice job.
next
Good to
one
see you.
next one
Were you in John's class? You go to John's class?
No.
Good. Because those monks can speak, they just don't want to.
He don't want to study grammar.
No.
He want to study.
Good for you, good for you. Good morning.
it's good morning
Let's pick something to talk about before we have. We've done a lot of these. Oh, this is great. I think.
crazy
Oh, funny.
funny This is already to explain.
Basic.
It's still easy to explain. Was young,
Do you have any crazy or funny stories from when you were a child? Did you do anything that was crazy or funny when you were a child? Or if you didn't do anything crazy or funny, what's one thing you liked doing as a child?
ต้องมีจำไม่ได้
Two choices.
มันไม่ได้ลอง
60 ปีความ
สร้างขึ้นมาเองก็ได้
มันมีสตอรี่เป็นสตอรี่
สร้างขึ้นมาเองก็ได้ขอให้เราพูดได้
จำไม่ได้ว่าเคยเด็กช่วงก็ไม่ค่อยได้
60 years ago
พูดไม่ค่อยได้
Think about that. Do you have any crazy or funny stories for when you were a child? What's one thing you enjoyed doing as a child? What's one thing you liked doing as a child? Was it reading? Playing with your friends? Going to school? Not going to school? Seeing your grandparents? Eating? That's one thing, a crazy thing that you did.
อ๋อมีเรื่องตั้งแต่สมัยเด็กๆกัน
One thing you enjoyed doing as a child. I like to hear stories about the village because I grew up on a farm. My grandmother had a cow, chickens, ducks, and I worked out in the farm, growing strawberries.
Teacher,
garden.
have you ever ridden horses?
Have I ever ridden horses? Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
A lot of
difficult.
horses in this house.
It's difficult.
Is it easy? No. No.
There's a lot.
Easy?
What's happening?
Good morning. I think it's easy.
I adventure.
You haven't, I still think that all these things with the Santao, with the horses, with the roller coaster, with the big wheel, is because when you were children, you ride on those motorcycles. Yeah. You like it? You like it? Could you post? You know what post means? Go with the horse, so that when the horse went up, you went up. When the horse went down, yeah, you have to go with the horse, the rhythm of the horse.
We use knee.
You use your knees to steer the horse, the reins to steer the horse, the bridle to steer the horse. Have you ridden a horse?
Someday I hope.
You do it. Good. We have lots of horses in the state.
ตอนเด็กๆแล้วเราค่ะ
You can ride, you don't need to own one. You can just go and ride one, pay and ride.
The last trip I went to Bandar. I saw 2 horses
Did you?
and I looked close to it and it tried to bite me.
They probably wanted, thinking you had some food. Maybe they thought you had food.
candy
They were looking for food. When you go to a horse, put your hand out like this. And then they have nothing to hold on to. Put your hand out like this. And they, good morning, we're just talking. This is the subject today. So put your hand out like this with a horse. If you go like this, they'll try to grab it thinking you have something to give them. But if they see there's nothing,
The skin is very soft.
very soft, very nice. Muzzle, they call that a muzzle. A muzzle. I can't draw it good, but this is the nose, you know, on a horse.
Nose
But
horn.
and
The nose.
yeah, we call it human's nose for a horse
For
called a muzzle. Maybe ZZLE, I don't know. Muzzle. That's the name, the softness. The nose is called a muzzle. Muzzle. Not a good picture, but I'm trying to make the nose. I can tell you a story. When I was young, maybe 8 years old, my friend and I went for a hike in the woods, and I didn't want to go to school. So the next day, so I knew that the poison ivy, I don't know if you have this, but it's a leaf where if you rub against it, makes you itchy. We call it poison ivy. It's a leaf.
Poison ivy.
Yeah, poison ivy. So I took the leaves and I rubbed it all over my arms, all over my legs, so I
And it
wouldn't
was
have, yeah.
red
And
spot.
I told my friend, you go ahead and do that too. We won't have to go to school.